The world before history was brutal, raw, and unforgiving. Across the frozen plains of northern Europe, long before cities, kings, and written words, humans lived in a realm ruled by ice, hunger, and instinct. This is where our story begins, not with comfort or certainty, but with cold breath freezing in the air, winds howling over snow-covered plains, and the perpetual struggle between life and death. Our protagonist is a young hunter of a clan of composite figures shaped from fragments of the fossil record, the stone tools left behind, and echoes of millions of years of human survival. He does not yet have a name remembered by history, but here, in the moment of his first great hunt, he will leave his mark on the world. This is his test, his rite, a passage, his baptism in blood and bone. The frozen plains dawn creeps slowly across the far north. Pale light stretches across the horizon, illuminating a vast sea of white broken only by jagged rocks and ancient pines bowed under snow. The air is so cold it hurts to breathe, each inhalation like swallowing shards of ice. In this hostile world, survival demands strength, cunning, and unity between hunter and clan like nothing we know today. The young hunter stands at the edge of camp, wrapped in animal hides, his gaze fixed on a distant ridge. He is barely 15 winters old. In another time, he might still be learning, playing, laughing with cousins, but not here, not now. This world does not wait for the end of childhood dot around him. The clan moves with silent precision. Women tend hidden fires, hands steady as they prepare hides and gather roots. Elders whisper ancient songs into the wind, voices thick with hope and dread. Hunters broad-shouldered, powerful, faces hardened by wind and ice baths with spears poised, eyes alive with focus. The target for this morning looms on the horizon, a massive woolly mammoth, its gray hide blending almost perfectly with snow and rock. The beast is an ancient resident of this frozen realm, a force of nature armored in fur and muscle. It grazes slowly on the tough grasses beneath the ice. To stalk and kill such a creature tests the very limits of human ingenuity and courage. Preparation for battle. Levallois tools before any blood is spilled. Preparation is everything. Unlike later Homo sapiens who invented complex throwing spears and bows, this clan uses a technique known as Levallois, a sophisticated stone-flaking method honed over generations. Each spear point is a masterpiece, shaped to deliver maximum damage at close range. The young hunter watches veteran toolmakers crouched on mammoth and bison hides, thighs braced against the frozen earth. They sit like monks in prayer, flaking shards from massive raw flint nodules. With controlled strikes from antler or bone, they detach perfectly shaped shards that become the core of each spear. This technique is not primitive. It is complex, requiring foresight, patience, and incredible skill. One mistake and the tool is ruined. Strike perfectly and the result is lethal, an edge sharp enough to pierce thick hide and bone. Hands trembling with anticipation and pride, the young hunter picks up his first perfected spear point. He wipes sweat and frost from his brow, holding the flint up to the pale light that flashes like frozen lightning. In that moment, he knows this piece of stone carries his future. The hunt against the mammoth has been tracked at the far edge of the plains for days. Scouts report its location. The wind is favorable. The snow is shallow enough not to impede movement. The elders give the nod. Today, the clan will hunt. A group of 6 hunters emerges from camp like phantoms on a white canvas. To veteran hunters lead, scarred and seasoned from previous expeditions. The young hunter follows slightly behind, heart pounding, breath loud in his ears like distant thunder. The clan advances low and silent, boots sinking into snow. Careful not to reveal their presence too early, they move in a formation calculated to trap the beast between rock and ice, cutting off escape. This is no random chase. It is a coordinated strategy born of survival and necessity. Hours pass with agonizing slowness. Arctic winds bite skin, fingers numb inside thick hides. Every hunter remains alert, ears attuned to the slightest sound. Here, one mistake means death, and then there it is. The massive beast lumbers between a broken ridge and plateau, legs like tree trunks, head like a moving hill, eyes dark pits of ancient life, tusks long, curved ivory blades glint with silent menace. The hunters take positions. The plan is simple, brutal, direct. Drive the mammoth into the ambush. No throwing spears from a distance. No dancing behind cover waiting for it to tire. Today, they meet it face to face. Close quarters combat. Lead hunter steps forward carefully as the mammoth's ears twitch and nostrils flare. The ground trembles under each massive footfall. Suddenly, with a roar like cracking mountains, the mammoth charges. This first clash is pure adrenaline, spears sink into frozen earth. The young hunter's heart leaps as he strikes. The Levallois point slices with savage precision through thick hide that would stop lesser tools. The beast lunges. Spears pierce its flank. Grunts and cries tear through the air. Snow and blood swirl into a crimson storm. The hunters are not distant, they are inches away. Every strike is life or death. Tusks swing with terrifying arcs. Veterans are knocked down. Snow turns red around them. Arms shake from thrusting. This is chaos, violence, and survival in its rawest form. Yet, amid blood and snow, the hunters fight with unified determination. The mammoth, powerful beyond imagination, is slow and cumbersome. The clan exploits every weakness, stabbing with precision, cutting, bleeding alongside the beast. The turning point battle reaches a fevered pitch. Snow once pristine is soaked with blood, ground churned and broken. The mammoth's roars echo like endless thunder. Then a moment of clarity. All hunters strike as one organism. The final spear pierces a gap in its armor. The mammoth roars through bone and spirit hand collapses in a deafening crash for a single, breathless moment. Silence. Then a shout, not just of victory, but liberation. The young hunter falls to his knees beside the fallen beast, chest heaving, arms trembling. He is no longer the boy who left camp at dawn. He is a hunter forged in fire and ice, baptized in blood and bone. Aftermath, ceremony, and reflection, but the hunt is far from over. The mammoth, though felled, is far too large to simply celebrate and leave. From this massive carcass comes food, bone, hide, and tools to sustain the entire clan through harsh months. The life of one beast can feed dozens of souls. The clan organizes, butchering with reverence. Women and elders join the hunters, stretching hides for tanning, breaking ribs for marrow, cutting strips of meat for drying. Children watch silently, witnessing not just a kill, but a transformation from fear to triumph. Raw nature in the sustenance. This ritual harvesting meat and meaning binds each member to the land, ancestors, and one another. They chant deep, guttural psalms, echoing through the valley like heartbeats in stone. Human story beneath the violence. What happened that day was not merely the slaying of a beast. It forged identity. For the young hunter, this hunt was more than a test of strength. It transformed him from a boy who followed elders into a man who stood beside them. He now carries knowledge that cannot be learned from words, only through fire, blood, snow, and unyielding will. Neanderthals walking these lands long before Homo sapiens were not brutish cricketers. Archaeology, Levallois tools, cut marks on bones, evidence of ambush. Hunting reveals strategic thinkers, powerful bodies, and tactical cooperation rarely recognized. They did not throw spears from a distance. Their combat was intimate, bone to bone, breath to breath, life to death. Strength was as essential as strategy, bodies thick and muscular, built to endure trauma that would snap a modern human limb. Their lives depended on a legacy of the hunt. Long after winter ice melted and plains green, this hunt echoed in the clan's teachings. By firelight years later, mothers told of the young hunter's unyielding spirit. Fathers recounted the mammoth's fall and the clan's survival through unity and courage. In the distant horizon of prehistory, these moments unrecorded on stone or script trickled through time, becoming part of human history. For every hearth warmed by mammoth meat, every bone-crafted tool, every child safe as storms raged outside, there exists a memory of bravery, a memory of a boy who hunted a beast and discovered what it truly means to be human. If you want more brutal history, epic hunts, and survival stories from the dawn of humanity, subscribe, comment your thoughts, and hit the bell so you never miss the next legendary tale.